All right, guys, welcome to this brand new live stream. How are you guys doing? We got RG, we got Corbin, we got Mirko Gaming, Nathan Maxwell, Munchin. I don't want to skewer that name. Let me go ahead and turn down this music. That should be better. How was that? That should be better, I believe. I believe that should be better. Music too loud. All right. So let's go ahead and transition this over. We're going to be looking at one of the mods that I've created. I've actually been thinking about for a while, and I finally was just like, hey, I'll go ahead and start the process of making it. See if this one takes off. See how this goes. Maybe it's going to be a little better than the Empire of Kosovo. This one is actually based in reality. So this is called the Union State. The Union State is a proposed union between the Russian Federation and the Republic of Belarus. So this is, again, based in reality. So let me go ahead and I'm trying to make sure that the flag is changed. Independence, annex, diplomatic relations, modify the world. What about here? So nation, browse. First order of business, glass China. Oh, that was funny. Russia plus Belarus plus Ukraine equals the Soviet Union. Trying to find. So it's gonna. I'm trying to find the location of where I put this flag at. So it's gonna be users. Where is it at? App data. No. Oh, it's local. It's Power and Revelation 2022. No. It's somewhere in here. I remember where it is. I just can't remember it right now. Is it documents? Yeah, it's documents. There you are. Imagine being democratic. Let's be fascist. Jesus Christ. Flag and open. So that's going to be the flag that we have. So it's going to be a federation, authoritarian federation with the president at the head. Or we have head of government, administrator, guide to the revolution, emperor, grand duke. What about Tsar? The bailiff? We can have a bailiff? Yo, imagine that. ZK Gaming, how are you? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. President of Council, Supreme Guide, Leader of Defense Council, Council of State, President of Palestinian Authority, the main minister, the President of the Regional Council, bailiff. I want the bailiff. Captain Regent. Can't complain about human rights if no one in your nation has any rights. The Grand Duke of the Union State. Way off topic. The Pope of the Union State. Oh God, I love this. Make one of the most autistic mods ever. Okay, so save. So hopefully it saves this flag because it tends apparently not to save the freaking flag. Annex a country. we're going to go to world. No. We're going to bonus, modding, play a mod, new game, Union State of Russia and Belarus. Also got really fast internet now. I love it. The con. The music and my voice is fine, right? You guys can hear me okay? Wow, we got 18 people watching this. Awesome. This is going to be a good stream, isn't it? Finally. Hold up. PG, give me your internet. What's going on? What did I miss, if anything? Just me kind of changing the thing. It was me changing the, what do you call it, the mod a little bit. I can't find my wrench, damn it. Squealing bagpipes, it's been a minute. Henry Todd, how are you? Guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it. Can't stick around for long, but I'll be sure to watch the rest tonight. Awesome. On favor PG buying us faster internet. Yeah, you guys should donate to me first, and then we can do that. I'll be like Mr. Beast, except for my subscribers. Just going to your house and buying you faster internet. Okay, please. Yes, we have the Union State flag. Россия священная наша держава, Россия любимая наша страна, могучая воля, великая слава, ой, отец священ, нам времена. Славься Отечество наше свободное. Братцы народов союз в тобой. All right. So here is the Union State. This is, again, the merging between... So this is actually grounded in reality, and I'll go ahead and give you guys some background on the Union State and where it's going right now, because there is a news story that came out that said that the merging between Russia and Belarus is accelerating due to Western sanctions against Russia and Belarus. And because this is having such a drastic effect on both of their economies, essentially, this is essentially what we could see is that this will change geopolitics in the near future, because this then opens the door, because originally, if you actually look, I have Belarus as a region right here. Belarus is kind of like it's that gate between Russia and Europe. And so if you can see right here, I mean, the border right here is all the way where Smolensk is. You wouldn't, like, it's all the way over where Smolensk is. So that's where the current border is right now. But then you're having Russia now directly, not really theoretically saying, okay, well, they have a satellite state that borders them. It's actually a direct border between Russia and Poland and Lithuania, Latvia as well, even though they already have a smaller border. But Russia then expands its border to all of the Baltic states. And this would essentially threaten all of the Baltic states because then they would be feeling like, oh my God, not only do we have to defend these borders, we now have to defend our southern flank. It would be much easier for the Russians to just send tanks up into the Baltic states, and then the only way that NATO is able to supply it by ground is through this little corridor right here between Belarus and Kaliningrad as a buffer state. Well, that's the thing, is that the Union State, again, this is the Union State is what the official name of this would be called. The Union State has been it has been a project by Belarus and Russia for since it was like 1994, since right after the fall of the Soviet Union. And then it was a treaty that was signed between Russia and Belarus in 1999. So the project has been in the works since 1994, and then the actual treaty itself that does say that we are now legally supposed to be binding our things together: justice, military, foreign policy, everything. All of that is now coming into effect now. And so with the sanctions and the invasion of Ukraine, which if you can actually see, this is I need to set the year so you can actually see that it is set in 2022. But I have given Russia eastern Ukraine, so West Donbass, East Donbass, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. All of them are now Russian territories. So we now have one giant land corridor all the way down into Crimea. So this is what the situation would be. So we actually see that Russia now directly borders, not by satellite, but by direct border, has a border with northern Ukraine. It also has a border with Poland, as well as a full-on border from mainland Russia over into Lithuania. It's no longer that Lithuania borders Russia through the exclave known as Kaliningrad, even though Kaliningrad is still an exclave. We do see that this could change the dynamic even more so than it is right now between Russia and Europe. So let's go ahead and start to look at our situation right here. So we are a federation of 160 million people. We have $1.8 trillion in our GDP. We're an authoritarian right regime political party. We have new elections in March of 2024. And then we have 1.93, nearly 2% of the world GDP share. And then we have 3.3% growth, 4.5% unemployment, 5.9% inflation. And we do run a surplus as of right now. Our GDP per capita is $11,000. And our the ruble is worth only 1 cent on the US dollar. And we can see the flag right here. This is a red flag with 2 stars. One signifies Russia, one signifies Belarus. That is one of the proposed flags between Belarus Free Fronts. So they're actually an active terrorist organization in Belarus, but apparently they have operations in Yaroslav. PG equals Putin, probably. Me and the lads crossing the Suwalki Gap. I'm going to go ahead and send some land forces across the Suwalki Gap. So is that what this is called? It's called the Suwalki Gap. Okay, so yeah, that's the gap that I am discussing, which is the corridor between Kaliningrad and Belarus, and it's kind of like this little little tiny little area right here that could, in theory, basically be the choking point between the Baltic states and the rest of NATO. You know what they should actually add? They should basically, if you go over here to political parties and you go over here to like publicly criticize, publicly congratulate a political party, you should actually be able to do that with nations. So you could say like congratulate Poland, or say like they're like trash or something like that. That would be really cool, because that could actually, it could be a small amount of points, but it could be like a pretty good way to kind of start forming some relationships between you and other nations. Turkey, Iran. So I actually gave China. So we actually go over here to diplomacy. We go over to alliances. We do the Union State and China. We actually have a support agreement with the People's Republic of China. So the reason I did this is mainly because at the beginning of 2022, we actually had a announcement between Russia and China, in which they said that our relationship will be never ending or something like that. It was basically like this whole thing where they were like our relationship is just now getting started and we're unified against the United States and West. I'm 3% Russian. You're not. I'm Russian. I'm 3% Russian. Boy, Ted heard the machine gun bacon in Rusky land is good eating. And our military right now, 211,000 career soldiers with 846,000 conscripts. And then that gives us 1.05 million people in our military, with 2.2 million that we can call upon by reserve. Kaliningrad triggering Prussia fanboy since 1945. Superpower 3 dev diary soon. I don't know. They did release one. I've been really behind on some of the videos I'm supposed to be making. There's like several dev diaries out for World Warfare and Economic, and then there is also there's like several dev diaries out on Superpower 3, on World Warfare and Economic. Again, if you haven't been watching my channel recently, the reason I have not been making these videos is because of my dad being in the hospital. He is now out. He is okay. Everything like that. So I'm gonna be able to do a lot more. I'm now committed to making a Brazil episode every week. So I'm going to be making a new episode of Brazil in the next few days, and then that should be out within maybe a couple days after that or something like that. It just kind of depends, but I'm really shooting to make it around at least a week that every episode will be coming out. So the last episode is doing pretty good. The episode before that did very, very good. So I'm really excited to see where this series goes. So it's really nice. I like what the Brazil series is doing so far. All right, so energy. What's our energy production doing? Surplus. 3G. Let's go ahead and invest some power plants. And then go over to taxation. What are we going to do? Company turnover 6%. Imagine supporting Ted Cruz. Imagine supporting anyone. Imagine supporting Corbin Palikarn if you're out there. $185 million. 61. Shit. Seriously? Value added tax creation. What can we do here? Can we 10? It's $1 billion. $700 million. Billion? Can we do that? Yeah. Let's do that. And pornography? No. What about this? We can do about $1 billion off of that. Internet access. Anarchist capitalist. Sure, let's go. We have 15 people watching this. Go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm going to be playing as Union State for a little bit. Imagine all the people. It's hard if you try. No hell, no heaven. Damn it, why'd you put this song in my head? I hate you. Alright. Yeah, let's go over to here. Let's subsidize. I'm going to do $100 million. Kind of expanding the deficit, really. Kind of expanding the deficit a little bit, but gotta spend money to make money. It's exactly what Mr. Keynesian wanted you to do. That's what I need to ask Eversim in my next interview with them. I need to ask them like what really kind of like inspired the economic gameplay of this game. I just bet one day they're just like secretly making GPS 5 with a brand new system and everything, and then it's just gonna be like out of nowhere. Tajikistan. Don't we have like 10,000? Yeah. Tajikistan, let's do here. Belarus Free Fronts, infiltrates, Union States Brigades of Islam. Let's go. Place under surveillance, all of them. Go PG take over Ukraine. Already did. We already lost enough men taking eastern Ukraine. We can't go in more. Unless I just get a shit ton of commandos and I'm just going to send all my commandos in there. 42,000, 37,000. What's their military power right now? 112,000, but they can draw up like by another million, which would probably require us to draw up some reserves. I'm woke, no, just had a nap. Intelligence. Now we just wait for them to say, hey, something's about to happen. What's going on? It's probably hiring nannies, reduction of family benefits. They were told themselves not being able to get hired by anybody. What am I going to do now with my niece? I can't look after her all day. It's a pity, Valisi. It's a pity. Whenever my dad was in a hospital for like an entire month, and I had to like update him on everything. And then he was asking, we were talking about the Ukraine war, and then he was wondering like whether Russia had taken Odessa yet. And like having to update someone like that. It was just crazy, honestly. Are you gonna invade Kazakhstan? We're gonna absorb Kazakhstan into the Union State. Um, um, maybe we can probably think about absorbing Kazakhstan into the Union State. That's the thing, though, is that if I were to absorb them or launch an attack on them, I would have to take their sultan pretty quickly. Because if I don't do that, then I could probably no. Because I would have to cover my bearings because then Azerbaijan, Armenia, the rest of Central Asia would be coming after me because it's all a part of the Collective Security Treaty Organization. So if I actually go over here, yep, the Union States, Armenia, CSTO. Why is Kazakhstan not a part of the CSTO? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5. So Kazakhstan's supposed to be in here somewhere. EACU, the Eurasian Economic Union. And then the Council of the Baltic States. What would be you guys' reaction if there were, if the Union State were declared and Russia and Belarus were to have merged? What would y'all's reaction be? 4.7%. Our sportsmen are ready. I want to kill myself. Underlying violence increases on insecurity according to the curve calculated by our experts. Underlying violence increases on a cumulative curve. Mr. President, in other words, insecurity is spreading throughout the country like wildfires. We need to go over to police. Need to go over to police. Where would this be? What are we underfunding? A bunch of people whooped America's asses, so it's not like having a big military automatically means you win. Yeah. I mean, Taiwan doesn't have that much of a military, but I mean, not they have a military, but Taiwan is going to be extremely difficult to take because it's mountainous. There's going to be a lot of places that you can hide. There's definitely going to be a lot of resistance over in the mountains, and it's just going to be difficult for China, for one, to sail hundreds of thousands. I mean, think about it. You have to sail across an ocean like the same amount of distance, about like 90, 100 miles. You have to sail a force larger than the invasion force that stormed Normandy, and it would just be a logistical nightmare. And at that, compiled with what Russia's dealing with in Ukraine right now, it's it's just a logistical nightmare. They didn't think they thought the Russians haven't been to war since, I mean, Afghanistan. So it's just not, it's just what happens whenever you haven't been to war for a while is the thing. Interest rates. Oh, we're in excess again. Good. that because of my growth rate? I think we're getting a lot more growth right now. Yeah. We went from 3% to 5%. It's probably because of my subsidies. Just looking. And I mean, we could actually invade Ukraine. I'm going to start increasing my presence of commandos. I'll see what this does. Man on the brink of extinction, propose an exhibition that will tour the world section devoted to multiple animal species and plants that have disappeared due to the greenhouse effect. The event's star attraction is the original Man of Virtue by Leonardo da Vinci. The 30-centimeter leaf of parchment will be projected onto a huge white wall with the caption "Endangered Species." Then Sluton stamps will be the only ones on sale from now on, and a coin with the president images on is in the making. Urban camping. Queensland issues a call for solidarity within the international community. International what? What international organization? Putting together a refugee convoy. Turkmenistan. Blue Lens, some guys out of the leading trio. Look at that military, 1,000 people. I bet they can only drag up to maybe like 15, 20,000 in our reserves. How many people are in Turkmenistan? 5 million, 53 billion GDP. Authoritarian, religious authoritarian. Agasbat is our capital. National deficit 0.94%. Currency is 29 cents on a dollar. 27% GDP jet. Not bad. Whenever I stop playing as Brazil, whenever the Brazil series comes to an end, I want to think about playing maybe some sort of Central Asian country. I want to do something like I haven't seen any other YouTuber do. Could think about doing an African nation. Would do South Africa. We could maybe do the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Like a big country that has a lot of potential. I mean, look at that 108 million people and 56 billion GDP. We could easily get that up to like a trillion, but that'd be years long. Years long. We could do, I mean, we could do Mexico. Play as Chad. Yeah, we could do Chad. 18 million, 12 billion. I could get that up to like 100 billion GDP. Uganda. Oh yeah, we could play Uganda. Tanzania. We could do Kenya. Maybe Mozambique. Or Madagascar. Be safe from any disease. I was also thinking of like a. Oh no! I was actually thinking about Papua New Guinea because Papua New Guinea is having an election very soon. They actually just had an election not too long ago. I think it was like a day or two ago, and that kind of made me think about it. We could try Oceania. Maybe we can become like the largest nation or like one of the most powerful nations beside Australia in Oceania. So we could do PG, you're making me yawn. How am I making you yawn? What am I supposed to be exciting? Supposed to be exciting? Just, I'm gonna blow something up. It's probably what you're wanting me to do. Okay, yeah, I know. I've been a little boring. Singapore. See, that's the thing. Singapore. What am I gonna be able to do? I mean, that would be now. If you want to yawn, that's what make you yawn. Or we could do the People's Republic of China. Let's go. All right, so police, 1 million. Secret Service, public safety. Let's do 3 billion to public safety. Literally, you yawned a few minutes ago. Did I? I can't remember. Political police. Hang on, let me yawn again. Oy. Make all y'all yawn. Should invade South Korea as the North. See, Sabaus already did a North Korea series. I want to do something that no one else has done. I mean, I haven't seen a Japan series, and Japan always has really interesting gameplay. Like, every time I play as them, I always, like, kind of, like, revoke Article 9 and then just go after a very strong military. Kind of militarize their society, basically. The election of Papua New Guinea spans almost an entire month. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just remember seeing something about Papua New Guinea's new election. And honestly, actually, hang on. What's our military? 401,000. Papua New Guinea, they have a population of 9,003,000. I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, we could try to unify New Guinea and Papua New Guinea in that series. That would be the main goal. We could be supplying this terrorist organization here. Kind of help destabilize Indonesia. Maybe try to get Australia as an ally. Because I could actually do that because I think Australia and New Guinea have pretty good relations in the game. I would have to look. But that could be an interesting way. Because how many cities would I have to take? I would have to take one city, fend off their navy, and then deal with this military base over here. Very underdeveloped. It'd be pretty bad fighting. I'd be losing thousands of troops if I do it. But if I do it correctly, then I don't know. Is this really how the border is? It's just a straight line along this corridor? And then it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a big chunk of it right here. You should play as Venezuela. Shut up. No. I would never play as Australia. I mean, Venezuela. It's not Australia. It's not Australia basically Papua New Guinea's sugar daddy? I think so. And that's, I mean, we could try to get him to do that. And just like whenever, like if we kind of get him in, then we can we could take him, kind of beat off their military. Why did I say that word? Fend off their military, try to get the Australians involved, and then at that point, we can just try to get them into a peace treaty. I don't know. Think about it. I'll think about it. That could be a really interesting series. It would just take a lot of money, a lot of work into doing it. Because look at that military might right there. We'd have to build up the economy. We'd have to be like exporting a lot while also dealing with inflation, dealing with unemployment. Oh God, look at that. Actually, look at that national deficit. That would be a very long series. That is a 7% deficit as a small country. So, I don't know. We could also do the Philippines. That'd be another good one. Yeah, let's play Syria. I've also thought of Iraq because Iraq is actually pretty stable, military wise. Like they're not dealing with ISIS. I remember back in like the 2016 and 2017 editions, like Iraq was almost unplayable because of ISIS. But then like by 2018, 2019, it was. I think by like 2019, you didn't really have to deal with ISIS. It's just whenever you're playing as Iraq, it's just a lot of political instability. So if I actually click Iraq, demography, economy, just a lot of economic and political instability is what you're dealing with. Corruption. That's really what I want to see in a Power and Revolution is a way to really start to fight corruption. Speaking of corruption, Secret Services. No. I'm going over to police. Police, cybersecurity, securities and exchange. There's one of here, internal affairs. So that's how you start to fight inflation. Legislation, surveillance cameras. Prostitution, define level of internet censorship. ID check strong. Saudi Arabia, yeah. Plays the Afghanistan military. You mean the Taliban? Oh yeah, let's do a Taliban series. Taliban series couldn't be that bad. 72,000 GDP per capita, $500. Debt to GDP ratio, 7%. Nearly 1 cent currency. Deficit, 2%, not that bad. 5% inflation, 13% unemployment. They're in a recession. 0.02% of the world GDP, arid climate. 23 regions to mess with. Kabul. They're religious monarchy, authoritarian military. 20 billion GDP and 38 million, and they are an emirate. So, Afghanistan, I'd be playing way too liberally. I would be playing way too liberally as Afghanistan. Is the thing. So Central Asia, I did a Kazakhstan series back in like 2018. This was like 4 years ago. I had a live stream series as Georgia. That one was fun. Azerbaijan. I used to have a subscriber a couple of years ago from Azerbaijan. I haven't seen him in years. Guys, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it on the channel. NATO. So Georgia is not part of NATO. What else is there around me? There is Armenia. Armenia, it's very small. But what would the goal be with Armenia? That's the thing. I got to think about it whenever I like how many episodes would I be keen on making, because whenever I say series, I'm talking about like the way I'm doing it with the Brazil series. The Brazil series is literally just the Brazil series is a series. It's a series in which I have a goal in mind. Like the Brazil series is me becoming the dominant superpower in South America, stabilizing an economy, getting crime down. What about Iran? I did an Iran series back again in 2018. I did several series. Back in 2018, I did like Iran, I did Kazakhstan, I did Russia, I did Turkey several times. I did Turkey in like 2016 and 2017. And I think I revived it one more time in 2018. I haven't done Turkey series since then. Now, I know this would be the third time that I've touched the Turkey series, but I mean, I could go back to my roots. Turkey could be another one. Mr. Beach PG be like, I gave away Power Revolution to a random subscriber. Greece could be another one, except that one would be so centric on getting that debt paid down and paying off the European Central Bank, and then also messing around in the European Union. Now, if you guys want to see a European Union series, now I could do Sweden or Finland. I could also do them, but they would be heavily. Yeah, I mean, we could be building up. I mean, yeah, we'd be building up the military. We could do Finland. Maybe one day go after Murmansk in Karelia. Build the Greater Finland Empire. Yeah, we'd be going around Karelia, Leningrad, Leningradskaya. Is that really the name of it? Huh? They never changed the name. What about Sudan? Sudan. Let me look. Federal Republic, 48 million people, 35 billion. We could get that up to about 100, $200 billion GDP. Authoritarian military dictatorship. Now, Sudan, we could actually try to do, because that could be my first African series. Because with Sudan, I could actually be doing something like transitioning them to a democracy, which is exactly what they're trying to do right now. However, I think there was a coup not too long ago, and it actually is kind of putting those. It's actually putting those um, democracy aspirations on hold. So we could try to go into Sudan and slowly start to transition them into a democracy. Liberia, we could go for a closer relationship with the United States. We could 5.4 million people, $3.6 billion. You could get that up to maybe 15, $20 billion. Growth, GDP, inflation. What is their debt GDP ratio? Debt GDP ratio, wow, 56% for such a small country. 210 people are in their military. What about Israel? Israel, I am not gonna be. I'm not gonna be. What about a Palestine series? I am not gonna play these countries for the life of me. Israel would be interesting. Ugh. Israel would be interesting. It would just be controversial, to say the least. Jesus Christ. I hate that happening because it scares the shit out of me. Conspiracies, terrorists, Brigades of Islam. Uh-oh, gotta arrest them. Play Geopolitical Simulator 2019. Always carries a firearm, ordered explosive devices. Proceed with an arrest. Got a Russian in chat. Let's go. I live in Tel Aviv. Oh, so Henry, I didn't know you were in Israel. So you're in Tel Aviv. That's awesome. If I'm ever in if I'm ever in Israel, I'll make sure to hit you up. PG arrives in Brazil. Oh my god, that was funny. I don't even see the explosion, but I just hover above Brazil for a couple of seconds and I just hear an explosion. Oh, see, that's why it would be controversial for me. I'd just be laughing too much. I know the situation there is extremely tedious and serious and everything like that, and just whenever it happens in games like this, it just kind of makes me. It's just like, oh man, why are you replicating real life? Stop it! Stop it! See? Hang on, one more time. One more time. Come on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh man, that was funny. I think it's because there's a war going on in the Sinai Peninsula. And so I just zoom in and I zoom in right as the explosions happen and it's just oh man. Hey Satan, how are you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Imagine living in Palestine. Discovers high fuel battery. Guys. Guys. Think something's about to happen. Look at the time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Scoob. Scoob. Something's about to happen, Scoob. What's gonna happen, Scoob? Oh no! It's February 24th, 2022 in Ukraine, playing as Russia. I wonder what happens next. Time to take Kharkiv. Um, I will be right back. I'm gonna go get myself a drink, but I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. Alrighty. Cold spell. Of course, there's a cold spell in Russia. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Nenetskia. I remember this one right here. This is the weirdest flag, but I know this region right here is like all the way into Far East, and and this is the one. This is the region in which like it's like a majority or like a plethora of the population is Jewish. So like the Soviets were just like, yeah, here's your own region of the Soviet Union. Except they just sent them all the way over here. Okay, housing. We're gonna build some houses, boys. I love doing that. Jesus Christ, 219 people dead. Data. Let me see how people are dying. Waste. Oh no, the waste! The waste! Current production of waste in the world per year, billions of tons. Where is it? Oh, I can go over to health here. So 37% of people die from heart disease, 19% from stroke, 14% from other types of cancers, and digestive disease. How do we get heart disease down? Tobacco inactivity, atmospheric pollution, rich foods, alcohol, and insufficient quality of public health. And so I can. Apparently, tobacco is a leading cause of this. So tobacco tax, 30%. Let's go ahead and confirm that. It's not about revenue, it's about curbing destructive behaviors. see. Trying to see how many people are watching the stream. Got 10 people. Apparently, we have 154 views on this stream, which is like the best stream. Yeah, 155. Yeah, wow. I like that. I like to see the jumps whenever I post a video or something like that. It's always exciting. Imagine living in Saudi Arabia couldn't be me. I have a subscriber of mine that lives in Jordan. Which actually, I know there's like a Queen Airport right here. I want to do another flight simulator run. Holy grail of nuclear fusion, always. Economic commercial. Oh, yeah. Let's go over to China. Oh, crap. I haven't been doing this. 6. Go here. 5. 7 billion. Wow. 7. Yeah, that'll throw us into a deficit, but pretty sure we can grow our way out of it. Imagine living in Jordan couldn't be me. Jesus Christ. So we want to go for a free trade agreement with China. So inflation's okay. Puerto Rican membership of the WTO? Really? Puerto Rico membership application. What? Aren't they a dependency? Dependency, yeah, they're a dependency of the United States. Yeah, let's refuse them. We'll see if they get in. RFID. Yeah, let's accept it. Mexico. Hell yeah, let's give him some aid. But 0.05% of my GDP just went to Mexico. Propose a law to legalize the death penalty. See what the reaction would be. So the people support it and the polls support it. Or Parliament, the Duma, supports it. Should we do a referendum? Let's do a referendum. Oh my god, 80%. Jesus Christ, I didn't expect that. And there's the riots. People, they they get all pissy and go kill a couple of people to fight against the legalization of the death penalty. How many people are going to die in this? Tobacco tax. The riots. The riots have just come back. I wanna die. Oh my god, look at that. We actually have police. Whoa. Demonstrations. So the Human Sharing and Solidarity Foundation is protesting against the legalization of the death penalty. Deficit percentage. United States 12. Jesus. I also really like if you play a CIS country, you can actually see the average in the CIS. So not only can you see average in the EU, you can actually see the average in the CIS. Which I like that. I really like that a lot. Okay. Let's see. Industry. A little quiet today. Soviet Onion. Ah, yes. That's actually the funny thing is that the Union State and then United States would just be the same thing as the US. The US versus the US. Imagine speaking Arabic. Be me. Shut up, Henry. I'm gonna mute you. Stop trying to piss off the Arabs in chat if there are any. Why do we have bad relations with Kuwait? Capitalism is spreaded in Russia. Oh, look at that. $16.2 billion cash surplus. Awesome. Total amounts allocated to various ministries $1.47 billion. Could be the Soviet Union state or sus. Whoa. Oh, yeah, let's go look. Orthodox, let's go. Time to. We don't need the Chechens anymore. Empire most versus the Union State. Them versus us. Fun fact, if you actually build a lot of windmills in Dagestan, you can actually get a lot of wind power from here. So if you ever want to figure out, if you're playing as Russia and you're trying to figure out, oh, where should I put my windmills? Right over here. Speaking of, I will actually build some now. Uh-oh, don't tell me there's another riot. Damn it. So right here and right here, we should be able to just quell these protests. And right there. Okay. Got it. 5.12% growth. The rebels. The rebels have stopped fighting. Protests in my Union State? In the Union State, there are no protests. Now, how many terawatts will this be getting? 1. Damn it. Jay, who are you? Never seen you before. 24 likes on this live stream. That's awesome. Culture events. 1.5. Let's do 5 million for the Moscow Film Festival. What we doing? What the dog doing? What the dog doing? What am I doing? I am just kind of playing around a little bit with the Union State. Just kind of like, this isn't really like, this is an unfinished mod. I'm just kind of previewing it. I would never say that this is finished. So it's just kind of like just testing it out, see what happens, kind of thing. Not really going after Ukraine or whatever. I mean, we could. It's actually what I meant to do, but I haven't been increasing my commandos at all. Seriously. I like how those police vans literally KO'd one of them. What is this game? We have subdued the rebel movement. There is no more unrest in the city. Power 6 million in numerical infrastructures. Wow. So what about this? Let's go over to health. Heart disease. 37% still. Sentient vans. It's the androids. It's the androids. Canada approaching the terror. Oh no. Why are we funding fundamentalists, radical terrorists in Canada? Almost 200 views on this video. That's amazing. Radical centrists. Oh man. Let's continue to spend some of this money. Get rid of these poorly insulated. No wonder so many people die from frickin' these cold spells because they don't have insulated housing. Goatland? Goatland? Thought this was only Goatland. This is actually the island that the Russians are really worried about becoming militarized because they say like the Baltic Sea shouldn't be militarized, blah 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 blah, and so the Baltic Sea is just like everything from the Denmark Strait all the way up into Finland and over into Russia right here. So this all right here is the Baltic Sea. Been streaming for nearly an hour and a half. I'm probably going to call it in the next 10 minutes. Wow, 30 likes. That's amazing. Again, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Deployment of fiber optics, artificial intelligence, robot communication. Hang on, I want to read that real quick. Where is it? Gotta hate that noise. Here it is. Progress of robotics teams in vocal recognition has allowed us to perfect an exchange interface between man and machines that allows us extensive conversation with the machine. The AI interface, based on the body of an artificial neurons, adapts itself progressively to communication and therefore can learn and evolve continuously. Okay. A blue Louisiana, is that okay? It's not bad. Like, it's not impossible because I think they actually have a I didn't know. I never remembered that Kentucky elected a blue governor back in 2018. Hello, my foreign friends. I'm from Russia. Hey, what's up? How are you from Russia? How are you from Russia? That's exactly how. Oh, how are you from this country? There are people there? It's not as if there's only 100 million people in Russia. First prize. Oh yeah, Russia wins Eurovision. It was like 30 votes in Louisiana. Take a picture of that and send it to me. Uh-oh, we're gonna... Actually, that's what we should invade. We should invade Svalbard. Longyearbyen? Longyearbyen? There's actually a city up there called Longyearbyen. That's funny. There's actually one time that whenever I was like a wee lad on YouTube, I never recorded this, but whenever I was on Superpower 3 or Superpower 2, um actually there was a on Superpower 2, there's a way for you to kind of uh go back. You can trade provinces or whatever. And it's funny because I would always trade uh I would always give like a region to Norway or something like that. I forgot what I would always give them, but I would always like get Svalbard from them for some reason. I don't know why I would do it. And I never knew the geopolitics or even the history between Russia and Svalbard. I don't speak English well. I saw the flag of Belarus of the fraternal people and thought to go look. Yeah, it's a. I'm playing as I'm just testing out on Power and Revolution. I'm testing out the Union State, which I know is a proposed. Oh no, PG reformed the Soviet Union. Gabe Vogel in chat. Let's go. But yeah, no, this is just more of just kind of testing out the possibility of a union state between Russia and Belarus, which I know is a possibility. And recently, Putin came out and said that the plans for the union state are accelerating because of the Western sanctions. Which it still kind of surprises me that Russians are still able to get on YouTube. JR, how are you? Um, Iran, I still have a really good relationship with Iran. So, Mr. Russian, what is your thoughts on Russia right now? Throughout the world, we are feeling nefarious of the coronavirus pandemic. It is clear that this global crisis can only be overcome by global action. Wow, state the obvious, Angela. State the freaking obvious. I've had a bad year. This year, my grandma is now on a 24-hour notice in hospice. Oh, man. Sorry to hear, man. Ooh. Maybe I should add Kazakhstan to the Union State. What would that be adding? 209. Look at that. I just hit $2 trillion on the GDP. So if I go over to politics, LAS, WTO, economy, defense, military power index. Human rights, religion, environment, politic, EU. Where is it? Oh no, PG, don't leave the WTO again. I miss those days. I miss those days, man. I want to go back. Everything seems so. Even though my channel was so small, I miss the forums. We need the forums back, man. We need the forums. I think the forums were supposed to be started back up by some other guy. WTO is just in the way. Let me try this. All activities go to the United States. Export. Ban. Wonder if this. Nope. Nothing from the WTO. Interesting. So what about services? Export embargo. Luna 25. Farming. Actions. Custom duties. No. Embargo. Export. Meeting request. So what about energy? Export. Huh. So now you can literally like stop trading with any country entirely. Wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh wait. GDP 400. Oh my god. Yo. Yo, look at that. Look at that. 511. This was the embargoes. Services 625, 720. We just dropped our. Wow. Hang on. What is our total GDP? Holy shit. Oh my god, look at that. 9% from those embargoes. So yeah, you can do it at the cost of. Yes, it's another PG destroys its own economy to own the libs episode. L. Stop spamming. Stop it. Self-imposed sanctions is something new. Wait, did I? No, it was just against the United States. Wait, shit. No. It wasn't against the entire world, was it? So industry, it wasn't. Farming. Boom. Okay. So 31. 62. 18 and 31. The budget deficit is in alert. Irrevocable. Oh, okay, just so forceful. Finally goes into exile in Kazakhstan. Funjathar in Kazakhstani home of the president Konstantin Poganko, an old acquaintance who shares a Slutin the same taste for the order. We suppose the Slutin will have any trouble becoming chief of the secret police or maybe a dentist. The country's financial state and the budgetary drain are the factors that drove into his loss. Nelson Dixon, how are you? Now you see, Ivan. By banning exports, we actually now have more goods at home. By that, I'm talking about that we have nothing here, and we are going to die from economic collapse. So that is why I exile myself to Kazakhstan. Here's a pain in my assos. Game over. Fuck. That is my friend from Kazakhstan. That was fun. That was actually pretty fun. Poor Belarus. Yes, poor Belarus. Poor Belarus. That could be another idea that we could do. I'm also thinking the next Western country that we can play as is the United Kingdom. The only other YouTuber that I remember doing that was obviously my boy Gabe Vogel, Mr. Gvogel. Putin lost everything. Now he's living on an empty suburb of Kazakhstan, Ohio. Oh man, I love my community so much. I love you guys. We can do Spain, España. We could do España. Go home where it all began in France. France, play as make my boys in Eversims cringe harder than anything. Let's go to bonus. Go to quiz. Go to quiz. Let's go to United States. See how fast I can do this. So give me a second before I start. Do Bhutan. Yes. Yes, the tiny country that doesn't recognize China or China. Okay. First series is going to be the United States. All right, start. Who is the mayor of the New York? So that's going to be Rudolph Giuliani. Next, which animal terrorized New York in 1933? King Kong. Next, Aspen, the famous ski resort, is in which states? Next, yes. What country sold Louisiana to the United States? France. Who composed Rhapsody in Blue? Maurice. Nope, I never even heard of that. Who directed Gone with the Wind in 1939? Shit. Charlie Chaplin, Victor Fleming. Fleming sounds familiar. Yep. What is the symbol of the Republican Party? The elephant. What is the symbol of the Democratic Party? The donkey. Hollywood is a suburb of which city? It is going to be Los Angeles. Los Angeles, right here. Next. That'd be funny if it said no, because it's done that to me before. Who painted Nighthawks in 1924? I'm going to say some French guy. Nope. Edward Hopper. I don't know any of that. Who's the author of the novel The Shining? Stephen King. Which city is concerned by the words Motown, Henry Ford, and Coleman Young? No, it's not Detroit. Henry Ford, Akron? Akron? No. Toledo? Detroit. Shit! I is concerned by the words. I don't know what they mean by the word concerned. Donkey Kong. What is the name of the Doors song at the beginning of the film Apocalypse Now? Riders of the Storm. Break on Through? The end. I haven't seen Apocalypse Now. The assassination occurred in which year? That was 1981. Holds a record for the longest presidency in the United States. That is Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who created the television series Little House on the Prairie. Shit. That is Mike Landon. Yeah. Which actor plays the killer in Psychosis? Anthony Perkins, James Stewart. Psycho? Anthony Perkins. I've never seen Psycho. It's Detroit. Dude, that was so easy. I know, I said it. I literally clicked it. You saw me click it. Was the code name of the first atomic bomb that dropped on Hiroshima? Little Boy. Tiger Woods is associated with which sport? Golf. Of these four astronauts walked on the moon. Which of these four astronauts walked on the moon? Buzz Aldrin. And then independence of the United States declared in what year? 1776. What is the real name of Spider-Man in the film? Tony Parker, Peter Parks, Peter Parker, Thomas Wayne. Old Faithful Geyser is in which national park? Yellowstone. On what day did Abraham Lincoln declare immediate emancipation of all slaves? January 1st, 1863. And then the Mojave Desert is in which state? Nevada. Shit. The Fallout New Vegas. What company bought the YouTube website in 2006? Google. What is the name of the prize awarded to the winning team in the Super Bowl? That is the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And I got 21 over 27. I got a score of 77. Wonder if there's I'm gonna cringe, make a Mr. Vogel cringe real quick. And I'm gonna do a. Do we have Brazil? Brazil. Come on. Where's Brazil at? All themes. Politics. Geopolitics. History. War. And for question number, we're gonna do 10. Do Brazil next. I know, I'm trying to find Brazil. Quick game. Brazil. There's no Brazil. Okay, let's do geopolitics and war real quick. No Brazil. Sad face. Oh, I know. I wanted to make you cringe by how little I know. Or surprise you with what I know. The first president in the pro-communist era in Romania was... Oh, God. This guy? Is also called Balkan War, War Against Hunger, the Yom Kippur War? No, the Nigerian Civil War. In Iran, the Iran-Iraq War is known as the 8-year war, War of the Two Countries. I'll say the 8-year war. Minister and Chancellor of the Exchequer is in charge of finances and treasury. Who is the founder of the movement for the defense of Aborigines, the Cape York Institute for Policy and Leadership? Cape York. Bob Hawke? No, I don't know. John Howard. During the First Indochina War, the Vietnamese Independence Front was called the Viet Minh. Ho 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 Chi Minh. Ho 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 Chi Minh. With whom did Mussolini sign the Lateran Accords, which put an end to the Roman question? This was Pius XII. And then the government is run by three independent powers: the Parliament, the Executive Council, and the government. What? Which government? Which government? I'm pretty sure it's the French government. I'm pretty sure it's talking about the French government. The Judicial Committee? First paid holidays in France were in what year? 1950. What city is the capital of Buryatia and was barred for foreigners until 1988? Siviero? I got 4. Wow, I suck. I suck at world history. Well, I need to start doing some of those quizzes more often. They're actually pretty fun. It's kind of funny. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right here, guys. Guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it on the channel. I will be doing a new episode of Brazil whenever Mr. Vogel tells me how to say reais. So once Mr. Vogel tells me how to say reais, if I'm even saying that correctly, but apparently I'm pretty freaking close to it, according to some of my other subscribers. So, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Brazil. Thank you guys so much.